is good? Hello everybody, it is your girl Maya here. I am back with another Sisterlock video. This time we're going to talk about my installation process, how long it took, how much it costs, and yeah, so if you're interested in knowing that kind of information and my ratchet experience with my install, make sure you stay tuned and keep watching. So everybody, I've been getting a few comments here and there about my Sisterlock install process, and it's been taking me a while. I've debated back and forth if I wanted to even make this video, and I decided, yeah, I'm gonna just make it, and I'm gonna just tell a story so that you all that are thinking about Sisterlocks do not end up getting scammed like I did. Okay, so I'm not gonna say any names, not going to put anybody on blast, but I do want to just tell my story, and it's kind of embarrassing because I can't believe like I let myself get scammed like this, but it is what it is. So anyways, I decided I wanted Sisterlocks last year. I saw someone with beautiful Sisterlocks, and just so happened that I was put in touch with a Sisterlock consultant, and I went and got a consultation from her. Now at the time I had traditional locks, and she was like, oh girl, you can just comb out your locks. I'm telling you, you can really do it and start with your hair, so you don't have to cut your locks off and start with nothing. Like, you can do this. And so after about a year I did. Once I decided that I was going to comb out my locks, I had a lot of hair, you all. My hair was like, well, down my back here, probably 15 to 16 inches of hair in some areas. So I already knew my Sisterlocks were going to be a pretty penny. When she quoted me a price, she was like, I am a professional. I've been doing Sisterlocks for 20 plus years. And I saw her work. She had like pictures, a photo album. Yes, a photo album of pictures, but nonetheless, I knew she had skills. I saw her locks. I saw, you know, someone else's locks that she did and she maintained, and I trusted her. I think that I'm in good hands, you know. So she quoted me $2,000 for my Sisterlocks, and I was like, okay, I can do that. Now I was still in nursing school back then, so I was like, I ain't got $2,000 right now, but I can save up for it. So that's what I did. I decided that that is what I wanted to do with my hair, and so I went ahead and I worked, which as a nurse, pretty easy. It's definitely not easy work, but it's easy for you to make $2,000 quickly. But we had a lot of other things, like I was, you know, paying off debt, blah, blah, blah. So I saved my pennies to that $2,000. I was like, I know I want this. I'm going to do it. I put it in a separate account, so I didn't even see it. That's how determined I was to get my Sisterlocks. So the time comes. I contact her again, and I'm like, hey, I'm ready to start my Sisterlocks. I have the money. I'm excited. I want to do this. Are you still available to do it? She's like, yeah, okay. And keep in mind, during my consultation, I want to emphasize this too, is that when I had the original Sisterlock consultation, the way that it goes is, you know, they show you that old school Sisterlocks video. They normally measure your hair. They check the, like they put a few tester locks in and all that stuff. So I had all of that done previously. I saw her Sisterlock consultation plaque, everything. I was confident. I knew I was in good hands. Like I said, I saw her work, so I knew I was ready to go back once I had the money. So I went back to her. She was like, let me see what your hair looks like now. Now keep in mind, it had been some time, but I did cut my hair in between seeing her. So let's see, I combed my hair out in July, combed my hair and dyed it. She dyed it for me too. I was kind of like self-maintaining my hair for a while. I had another stylist that was closer to me doing my hair and cutting my ends, and they had recently given me a nice haircut, so I knew my hair was nowhere near as long as it was when I first got there. So I was like, okay, well, I mean, we agreed to $2,000, so that's fine. Like, I'm good. I should be good. So I don't know why I wasn't thinking about this when we talked about this, but when we met the second time, and she looked at my hair again. She was like, whoa, girl, you still got a lot of hair. It's a lot of hair on your head. That's okay, though. So she's like, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. I'm like, okay, well, you know, I know you can, because you said you can, so I believe it. So, I also had told her too, in the interim, I had went to another Sisterlock consultant and gotten another consultation. Now they had quoted me $15.75 to do my hair. So I don't know what, I had only seen like pictures, like vague pictures of their work. So I was just like, I don't know. I just got a great vibe off this lady, and we connected, and I was like, no, I think this is the lady that I want to go to. So I was like, I'll pay that extra couple, you know, an extra couple hundred if I know it's going to be done right. So as she's looking at my hair again, she's like, okay, all right, I know we said two grand, but we gonna see as we do it. I'm like, we gonna see. Anyways, I decided, we signed up a little contract, and she was like, you know what? I'm gonna put 2,000 on here, but I'm also gonna put 3,000, possibly with a question mark. I was like, that's a lot of extra money. That's a big difference. She was like, it may not be that, but I'm gonna just put it down here just in case. So I put 2,000 and 3,000. So on the receipt, it said 2,000 and it said 3,000 with a question mark. So I was like, I'm hoping we stand close to that 2,000 mark, because I'm like, I ain't got $3,000 for you. That's a lot of money. So she was like, well, when can we do your locks? So originally we had blocked out a portion of time for me to do my locks. During the pandemic, it was like right as things were, like summer was coming, but we had some conflicts of interest. She was getting ready to go out of town. I couldn't get like a whole bunch of days off of work. And so we were like, you know what, we'll be able to do this in a few days. So she's like, you have a lot of work. It should take me maybe about, let's break it up. Let's do like 2 weekends. Okay. So we did a few days beforehand. So let me get this correct. So actually we did one weekend at the end of June, and it was a Saturday and a Sunday. We couldn't do the following weekend because I went out of town. So I had literally just the back section and this side section of my hair done. Whole back half here. All of these little ones. We also did this, all of this. And then yesterday we did all of this. I don't know if you all can see, but in some areas I might have more locks. My hair is still really tender on this side. That was fine. Then the next weekend, like I said, I was out of town. We got together again that following weekend, and I said, look, I said, let's do that. And you said you'll need maybe another 2 more days to do my hair. She's like, yeah, that's it. So I gave her the following weekend. We only had gotten through this other smaller section of my head in the middle. That was it. So we still had all of this and the front to do. So that's 2 weekends, that's 2 days. Actually, no. Yes, 2 weekends, that's 2 days. No. Okay, so we had a Saturday, a Sunday, a Tuesday, because I did half of the day when I came back from vacation. I had taken that following Tuesday off, and I did half of that day. Then we did a Saturday and a Sunday after I came back. So that had been 5 days that we had been doing my hair, and I was only like a C shape done with my head. She was like, oh, I gotta finish her hair because it's about to be my birthday weekend. I'm like, okay. So I came back, and that was that weekend beforehand, the day 4 and day 5. So her birthday came and went, and that weekend passed, and my hair wasn't done, which was fine. We were trying to plan some days or whatever, and she was like, I said, you know what, I just really want my hair done. I'm ready for it, y'all. I was looking crazy by the head, and I was trying to post social media content. I was trying to be present at work. I was wearing this crazy wig. It was just too much. I was like, can we please just get this hair done? Okay. So I was like, I will take off a Tuesday and a Wednesday at work. I will take those 2 days off if you can just finish my hair in that time. So we took off that Tuesday and that Wednesday. So that's 7 days, almost 8 days, because we did a half day on a Friday, one day too. So that's almost 8 days that we did. She finally finished my hair, and we were like going strong. Like, y'all, it was so time consuming. It was like literally almost pretty much the whole month of July that we were doing my hair, and it was a lot. The kicker was halfway through her doing my hair, I was like, oh, okay. So I had sent her the first half, the first down payment of the money. I said, good. And I sent her the other $1,000, and I was like, whew, it's done. It's paid for. Let me at least I said, so at least she has incentive to go ahead and finish my hair. So here, please just finish my hair. And she was like, so I see you only sent me half. And I'm like, half? She's like, yeah, it's gonna be that $3,000, and this was on like day 5 or so. I was like, that's a lot of money. I thought we said 2,000 beforehand. And she was like, no, you see, I'm doing all of this, I'm working, I'm this and that, and it's gonna be $3,000. And I was just like, if I could have like that, I would have, because I was shocked. I was like, whoa, $3,000. Okay, whatever. So I paid it, and I was like, all right, well, you know what? Your locks gonna be fabulous, girl. Your locks gonna be fabulous. That's what I just kept telling myself, and I just let it go. I had told my husband. He was upset because he was like, didn't she agree to 2,000? And I was like, yeah, but she said possibly 3, so whatever. I can't get mad. It is what it is. I was heartbroken. My feelings was hurt because I hate when people change stuff up on me and I don't really know, and I'm just like, okay, you know, but I let it be. I was like, my locks are gonna be great. I'm so excited. So we finished my hair. By that time, she was like, girl, your retie it's already been 3 weeks that we've been doing your hair. Over that time period, it's time for us to pretty much retighten your hair. This whole side of your hair has grown out, so I may not have to retighten everything, but you're gonna need it to be retightened. And as she was doing my hair too, she did not go all the way down for my hair because she was saying that my hair texture was too straight. So as I was looking at my locks, and I'll insert a picture, you'll see that my locks, the ends were really, really straight. So I was worried about that. But then I was like, oh, a lot of people just braid and band their locks until they get mature. So I wasn't going to worry about it. But it was a significant chunk of hair that was gone. That was not locked, I should say. So then... So I come back then, she's like, oh, so we're going to do your retightening and we're going to do your haircut. And I was like, okay, that should be fine, whatever. And she was like, yeah, because we got to get rid of those dead ends, girl. We got to get rid of those. I was like, okay, sure. So I go back and she retightens my hair. And I'm like, okay, the retighten should be included in that cost, so I'm not worried about it. And then she cuts my hair. She's like, oh, no, the cut is separate. It's going to be an additional $250. For a haircut, y'all. For a haircut, $250. I get it. Okay, if you are a professional and you are this, that's fine. That's cool. $250. That's cool. Whatever. But I wasn't planning on paying $250. That was not my intentions. That was not my plan that day at all. I was thinking of giving her a tip, and that was it. When she said the $250, I was like, whoa. When she cut my hair, I'm thinking it's going to be a little bit off the bottom. Y'all, when she cut my hair, she cut off a good 4 to 6 inches. And I'm going to show y'all, I'm going to insert a picture because my feelings were so hurt. I never wanted to cry after seeing my hair more than that. And I had to play it off. I had to act like I was just ecstatic. Because she was trying to hype me up. Ooh, girl, you so cute. Look at that haircut, girl. It's sharp. That haircut is sharp. Blah, blah, blah. Y'all, wanted to cry. I'd never seen my hair that short. And I did this whole process of me combing out my traditional locks and letting my hair free so that I could keep some of my length when I decided to lock my hair. And when I saw that, when I saw the picture, when I looked in the mirror and she had cut my hair like that, I literally had to like swallow my tears because I was like, I think I was kind of in shock, to be honest. It was kind of shocking to me. Like, my locks had literally been touching my shoulders beforehand, and then she cut it and it was up here at my ears in some parts. That's shocking. So at that point, she had already taken $3,250 from me, and I was not happy with my hair. And then was telling me again that I was gonna need a retightening for my hair, and on top of that, and it took her a long time, as you can see, to like just install the locks and retighten the locks. So I knew I was gonna be there for a long time for her to be retightening my hair. And then she charged like a set rate. So it was like, I don't even remember. It was like a certain amount for the first hour, and then she charged after that too, additionally. And I just knew I didn't have that much money to keep shelling out, y'all. That was too much money. I don't have money like that. I'm not made of money. I'm not. I am not monetized from YouTube yet. I am a working person. My husband works. We are young. We have a house. We have responsibilities, and I just do not have money to be shelling out on my hair like that. I got locks so that it would be simple. Like, I already paid a decent amount to maintain my natural hair, and that's what I intended to do with my locks. I wasn't trying to be spending that kind of money over and over again. So that was just a no. And I also knew I didn't want to be sitting in the shop every 4 to 6 weeks for 6 to 8 hours to get my hair retightened. That just was not my cup of tea. Didn't want to do that. Because I knew there's people that come in and out to get their hair retightened, and it's not within that time frame. So, after she cut my hair, I left, and I kind of felt very dissatisfied, and I was just sitting there. I felt played. I felt betrayed. I had listened to this lady. You know, when you were getting your Sisterlocks done, you all kind of form a bond and everything, and I thought that that's what we had, and I really just felt betrayed and kind of hurt. You know, I'm like, man, you know, I don't have that kind of money. You sitting here, I'm being real with you, you being real with me, and you keep asking me for more money and more money. Like, at one point I found out like I've dang near paid her rent. I'm just like, that's crazy. You know, it really kind of hurt me. So I was talking to one of my other friends on Instagram. She's another Sisterlocks person that I loved her locks, and I reached out to her, found out she was in the Chicagoland area, and we talked here and there. And she ended up putting me in touch with another consultant that I talked to, that I ended up meeting with, and who is maintaining my locks right now. So this particular consultant, so one, my friend asked me, she's like, girl, so your locks are done. Like, do you got a lot of shrinkage or what? I said, no, I got my hair cut. She was like, oh, how much hair? Like, she cut that much off? I'm like, yeah, she cut a lot off. She's like, how many locks do you have? I had no clue. I didn't know how many locks I had because she didn't count them. She didn't do a lot of stuff. So I was just like, dang, I don't even know. I don't know. And she was like, did she charge you for your first retie? I'm like, no, but she charged me a lot for a haircut. And she was like, what? Like, it was just a lot of shady stuff that she ended up, you know, we was talking about. And it just made me even more confident in my decision that I wanted to find another loctician. So, I ended up going to a different Sisterlock consultant. And basically she was telling me it's really, really petty for somebody. It's really, really petty for somebody to measure your hair, charge you a certain price according to your hair, then not lock your lock all the way down, and then cut the rest of it off, but still charge you the full price of the length of your hair. That's usually not how it goes. If they decide to cut a portion of your hair, then you're supposed to take that money off, because that's not what's locked. That was not done in my case. I paid the full price for my hair as if it was 15 inches, and baby, it was not. It was not 15 inches. It was really short. really short. So yeah, it was not the best experience, but I'm thankful that I found the consultant that I have now, because she maintains my hair. I have regular appointments. I know exactly when I'm coming for the most part. She is really quick. It literally takes her an hour and a half to do my hair, maybe 2 hours at the most. I think had been the last time she did my hair, and she's kind of dealing with some other things, like some other health problems, so it took her a little longer that time, but she was pretty quick, you know. My consultant now, I talked to her about I talked to her about the original consultant and told her the whole story basically, and she told me some of her customers had actually been going to my current consultant now, because this person had previously raised prices and didn't tell their customers and stuff before until after they sat in the chair and received services and stuff. And then it's kind of like, man, you gotta, do I want to have a problem, or am I just gonna pay them? And I guess a few other people had switched up, because apparently this is something that this consultant does. She gets you in, say it's one price, and then flip it on you. So then I'm like, oh, okay, well, at least I don't feel played alone. Lovely, right? Anywho, moral of the story is, oh, and then I also found out that her name wasn't listed as a certified Sisterlock consultant on the website. So I didn't find that out until afterwards. I thought I saw a name that was similar, and I think I maybe just read it really quick and thought that was her, but it wasn't. It was somebody else. And so all of that stuff, maybe she was a certified Sisterlock consultant at one point, but she probably just didn't pay to keep the name up there. But I should have did that, checked anyways. I don't know why I didn't, y'all. Not smart. Moral of the story is, do your research, guys. Do your research before you invest and spend all this money in your hair and you're not happy. Thankfully, my loctician was able to, she was really scared that I was going to have a whole bunch of locks in my head because it took so long for my locks to be done. Thankfully, I only have 567 locks, which is pretty, normal. Some people have, between 400 and 600 locks. Some people have more, depending on your hair density. So I was right in the middle, thankfully. However, some of them were so thin because they were in certain areas in the front and in the back where we did combine a few because of the integrity. They were I had a lot break off, and I think I showed you all in a previous video, but it was decided that we would combine them to keep any more locks from breaking off. So I'm happy with that decision. But as I was saying, just do your research, guys. This story time is not to deter you from getting Sisterlocks, and I'm telling you, for everybody, they are not going to cost that much. You just got to remember, I'm in a Midwestern region, so I'm in the Chicagoland area, and there actually, believe it or not, are not that many Sisterlock consultants in my area. I have to drive pretty far to see even my consultant now. And the original consultant that I saw, I had to drive it wasn't super far, but maybe about 30 minutes to get to her too. Now I drive almost about 45 minutes to an hour. If I go after work, it's really close, so it's not bad. But there aren't a lot of Sisterlock consultants near me, so a lot of them do pay a little bit more. And of course too, if you're going to a loctician or a certified consultant that has been installing Sisterlocks for years, usually their prices are going to be much more expensive than if you're going to a trainee to do the Sisterlocks. So just keep that in mind too for the future references if you're looking to have your locks installed. But don't be boo-boo the fool like me. It was right on my forehead. Boo boo. That must have been my name. But I lived, I learned, and I got a head full of beautiful locks at the end of the day that I love, but it was just a struggle. And I learned too that I'm gonna have to start just speaking up for myself, because once I talked to all my friends about it, girl, they was ready to fight. So I learned that about myself, that I'm pretty passive, and I have to just learn to put my foot down about certain things. And if I'm uncomfortable with something, say it, voice it. I wasn't really like that before, but yeah, so that's all I have for you all today. I hope this video didn't talk your ear off, guys. I hope I was easier to follow. If you got to this point in the video, go ahead and drop a emoji like sis, so that I know you got through it. Don't forget to give it a like, comment, subscribe, share this video for anybody else that is thinking about getting Sisterlocks, so that they know in advance some of the shenanigans that people be pulling. Okay, but thanks so much, guys. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.